On the broadcast tonight, relentless river. It's come down to this: record floodwaters versus the exhausted sandbaggers. It's getting desperate in the Midwest tonight. Caught on tape. Did this really have to happen? A story that might make your blood boil. It's about a traffic stop, a cop, and a family that desperately needed to get to the hospital. Living on the edge for folks on the short end of this bad economy. Hard times are forcing some hard choices and making a difference. How a father and son have found the good for others in this bad economy. Nightly News this Friday night begins now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Brian Williams.
Good evening. Tonight's statement from the National Weather Service warns of possible approaching disaster for some of the folks along the Red River between Minnesota and North Dakota. The river is presently above record levels, and it's still rising. And tonight we can show you the latest predictions, the potential for flooding along the river. Remember, the Red River runs from south to north. It is clear this story is going to be big, perhaps a tragic event for a lot of people over this weekend. We begin our coverage here tonight with NBC's Kevin Tibbles on the Fargo, North Dakota side of the Red River tonight. Kevin, good evening.
Good evening, Brian. I'm standing in front of one of the main dikes that protects the downtown core of Fargo, where all day long trucks and bulldozers have moved dirt in here to essentially raise the wall in anticipation of these higher water levels that are already beginning to cause damage. In Oakport Township, Minnesota, there's water everywhere you look, so it's from airboats that rescue crews do their work. It is wet and frigid.
The airboats are the only way that we can get around a lot of places because of this ice.
While some scramble to salvage what they can, Ann Dolence is forced to leave stranded neighbors behind.
Can't even get over to help them.
Many have made their way to shelters.
It is probably the second most gut-wrenching thing I've ever been through, because I had a beautiful home with 18 acres and now I'm homeless.
The Bauer family has decided to head for higher ground.
I still thought it would never reach this far, so I'm pretty surprised and a little stunned right now.
Across the river, North Dakota's governor urged residents to consider leaving.
They won't arrest you if you don't go, but they're strongly encouraging you to go.
As a precaution, some elderly residents and hospital patients were flown on a donated charter to Bismarck. And the sandbagging continues. 3 million bags in a wall that stretches for 12 miles and counting.
We are continuing our flood 09 coverage live.
Local radio stations update flood news.
I've been reminded again to mention the volunteer services number.
And make sure those who need help get it.
This is last night.
Betty Scholl was told to leave her home at 3 this morning, but she came back to collect a few belongings.
Thanks, Jamie. We're not going to go down without a fight. We've been fighting too long.
And it's a fight that's going to carry on for some time. And the National Weather Service says that the next 48 hours are absolutely critical here. If those water levels do reach that 43-foot height, it's going to be putting tremendous strain not only on this dike, Brian, but every other break wall that's been built up and down along the side of the Red River here, Brian.
It's a story we'll be covering all weekend long. Kevin Tibbles starting us off in Fargo tonight. Kevin, thanks. We turn our attention next to Washington. There were 2 initiatives at the White House today to tell you about, both of them on the news: the financial crisis and the war in Afghanistan. White House correspondent Savannah Guthrie on duty for us tonight. Savannah, let's start with the big-name visitors from Wall Street and beyond.
Brian, the president invited 15 of the bank's CEOs to the White House for a meeting with him. Both sides said it went well, but it was a frank discussion. The president emphasizing to the CEOs the anger that is out there in the country about the issue of executive compensation. CEOs said the meeting went well, but they do have their differences with the president. They're open to his plan that he announced this week to have them sell off their bad assets, but they want more details. The president's message to them: Wall Street and Main Street are in this together. And then the other big issue here at the White House today, the president outlining a new strategy for Afghanistan and Pakistan, announcing a new mission there.
We have a clear and focused goal: to disrupt, dismantle, and defeat